Welcome to Stitching with Cindy Botts. Today we have this unique wall hanging, or you could have it as a table topper. And this is my design, and I'll be giving you the cutting directions for it. It is not super large. It fits right here on my table. And you could make this into a full-size quilt if you wanted to. You could make this into a table runner. There's a lot of possibilities with this pattern. So what I like about it is these circles. You have these 3 green circles in the middle, and then you have these 2 full purple circles also in the center, and along the sides you have the half circles. So I think it came out really cool with these colors. You could also do this in a black and white with red accents. I think that would be really cool also. I happen to have these 3 colors that I thought went really well together. So this may look difficult, but there are no Y seams. It comes together really nice and easy. You just have to be mindful of a couple diagonals, and this is not done in squares. This is done in rows, so there's no Y seams. It's just simply being mindful of what row you're on. So let's talk about first the borders. So this is a 1.5 inch strip. This is a 1.5 inch strip, and this is a 2.5 inch strip. I really wanted to put the border on because it really focuses your eye and finishes the project. I wanted to do more than just a simple border because I wanted the purple to help the other purple in the quilt stand out. I thought it got lost with just the single border. So that's why I chose to do this style border. Now for the quilt itself, you will need excuse me, 3 different colors of fabric, and you're going to be cutting a 4.5 by 2.5 inch rectangle for this space and this space. So you will also need a 6.5 by 2.5 inch rectangle for this space. So for this quilt, you really only need 2 different size rectangles, and then all the rest are 2.5 inch squares. Now this row here, the bottom of your circle, is actually the same pieces for the top of the circle. What changes is this angle. Okay, so for the bottom of your circle, you will need your 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangle. You'll lay your secondary circle color in a square on it. You'll sew right sides together and then fold back for the angle. Trim and press. And there you have the bottom of your first half circle. Now for the top, it's the same thing. It's just that you're having your angle go the other way. So you start by doing the first row. You have your 4.5 by 2.5 inch rectangle. Then you have your secondary color, your secondary circle here. Simply a 2.5 inch square. Then you have your 2.5 by 6.5 inch rectangle. And you're going to do the same process of taking off that corner by laying your piece right sides together, doing a diagonal on this side, and then folding it back to get the corner of your circle. You're going to do the same on this side of your circle. Your diagonal is just going to go the other way. All right. Then you have another simple square of your secondary circle color, and then you're going to do another 4.5 by 2.5 inch rectangle. Again, you're going to take off the corner, this time having the diagonal go this way. Very easy, very repetitive. If you wanted to make this larger, you would just add another set of circles. All right, and that would just be adding those in. All right, I'm not going to go into that because that leads me down a rabbit hole of different things, and it would be too confusing to talk about that right now. But you could definitely do that. All you'd have to do is change this one and make another 6 instead of a 4 here. But anyways, let's not get sidetracked. So yes, you can make this longer, you can make it wider just by adding that extra circle. Okay, back on track, Cindy. So then this makes your first row, which is actually identical to the third row. The only difference is this angle, all right? But if you look, you could use this piece here, this first row, and just turn it around, and then it's the exact same construction. I like to do mine in rows. I like to actually talk and think about it in the row that it's in. So I did it thinking and planning to make this diagonal this way, this diagonal this way. I didn't think of it as taking this one and doing the 180 flip, just because that's the way my mind works. But if your mind works the other way and you want to just do them all at one time, well, then you go right ahead. Okay, so this row you do, then this second row is just a matter of squares, alternating between your background color and your primary circle color. Just alternating down, and you've got it. And that really is the quilt. The next row, again, like we talked about, it's the same construction method as the first row, just with a different diagonal. Now you have your secondary circle color, and you do the same thing, alternating background and circle. Okay, now you're back to this row. This row is the same as this row. This row is the top of the purple circle, the top of your secondary circle, and the bottom of your primary circle. So it just repeats. You do the same thing all over again. And you just keep going and going until you have the length that you want. Again, very fun project. Looks hard. It's not. It's really very repetitive. Again, you're only cutting 2 different size rectangles and 1 size of squares. So it's very easy that way. I do hope you give it a try. Please like and subscribe, and make a comment if you like on this quilt. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.